From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans, tonight it's the New Orleans Pelicans play host to the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors begin this game with the basketball. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were... he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Thompson. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Lonzo Ball here against Steph. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Here comes the screen. Drew Holiday, defended by Draymond Green. Trying to cash in, and the rebound cleared by Thompson. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Klay Thompson sends it away. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Ball on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Thompson to Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. Steph Curry. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Ball. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Warriors basketball to Curry. Green. Surveys the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, a hezzy. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number two, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number three, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Curry to Russell. Warriors with 4 to shoot to Russell. Beyond the arc for 3. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Drew Holiday, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Russell to Thompson. Down to Cauley Stein. Derek Favor knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Russell. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Ball. 4-3. Tough shot. Well defended. Here's Curry with it up top. Lead is 2. Brandon Ingram with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Favors. Here comes the screen. To Ball. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance. Shot by Ball, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Curry. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. To Ball. Holiday. 5 to shoot for the Pelicans. A shot no good there for Ingram.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
D'Angelo Russell. Can't fault the defense. D'Angelo Russell hits.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
To Holiday. Here comes the screen. Drew Holiday matched up with the 2-time MVP. And it's Cauley Stein with the board. Curry to bring it up. Up 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Curry all the way, but a shot won't fall. Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. 2-point shot for Curry. Off the mark. Ball with the basketball. Down 5. Nothing going here on that drive. To Holiday. Here comes the screen. Holiday. Slam dunk. Derek Favors.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Curry into the front court. Up by 3. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Stephen Curry with a look. Steph Curry. 3 for 8. He's got to do better. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Russell into the front court. Leads 5. Not a good pass there. That's a turnover. Favors. Warriors have it. Cauley Stein to Thompson. It's Steph for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Holiday. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Thompson to Curry. Short jumper misses. Lonzo Ball with the rock. To Holiday. Screen coming. Holiday. To Favors. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Ball. His first effort off the mark. Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Has a look. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Ball. It's Golden State basketball. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Count it.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Exclamation point. Willie Cauley-Stein with the slam.
Ed, I bet you can't say his name 3 times fast.
That's William Cauley-Stein, my
I said
friend.
fast, Ed, fast.
To Redick. Lonzo Ball. Green always looking for the steal. Here comes the screen. Lonzo Ball. Off the iron. No good. That's no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
The assist from number 2, Lonzo Ball.
Alec Burks to Thompson. Nice pass to set things up.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Ball. Couldn't keep it in. Off Lonzo Ball. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 3, Josh Hart. Subbing in for the Golden State Warriors. Number 4.
Warriors have the basketball. Thompson to Alec Burks. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
For 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Thompson to Green. to Thompson. Green. That misses with 3 seconds left. They'll let one fly from half court. That's it for the first quarter. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Hart. Knocked loose. Check Diallo. Tough matchup with Draymond Green. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
New Orleans has it. Hart. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Warriors come away with it to Alec Burks. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His team on top by 13. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Alec Burks. Short jumper won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Try from the baseline, but it won't go down.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
To Reddick. Over to the right side. Here comes the screen. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. To Reddick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Green to Thompson. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Oh, look what I found. You know he had that one in his back pocket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
New Orleans going to take it up. Etuan Moore matched up with Jerebko. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Alec Burks to Green. To Alec Burks.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
State Warriors. Number 5,
Thompson. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Taking advantage of the turnover.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Thompson to Alec Burks. Baseline drive. Yes, Klay Thompson. 2 of 4 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Pelicans have the basketball. Hart. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. To Thompson. Nice pass to get things going.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Favors. Hart. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. To Alec Burks. Goes to the left side. Rebound taken in by Favors. It's Pelicans ball. Redick. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended, but Burks knocks it down.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
To Favors. And the basket good at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Thompson down for Looney. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Trying to cash in. Just off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Alec Burks to Thompson. Alec Burks. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Here comes the screen. Kevon Looney sends it blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Lonzo Ball takes aim at Steph Curry. Has a chance. The shot almost. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Drew Holiday here against Steph. Here comes the screen. Ball to Holiday. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Curry to Thompson. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Curry. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Favors. Slam dunk. Derek Favors.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Curry with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Ball. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Ball. Lonzo Ball hits the tough shot. The defender played it well. Lonzo strikes.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Curry to Thompson. And the rebound comes down to the Pelicans. Holiday in possession. Down a dozen. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Curry. To Thompson. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Shot by Thompson misses.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Curling inside. It goes down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Visit our team website for the latest news, videos, interviews, and features. You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 13, Check Diallo. Subbing in for the Golden State Warriors, number 0, Larry Johnson.
Curry to Thompson. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Thompson. Great defense, forcing the miss. To Ball. Bad pass there. Warriors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. For New Orleans, number 1 to the line for 2.
first one counted. Goes 2 for 2. Steph lets loose. No good. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Warriors have the lead, but not by much. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors. The Pelicans have kept it close after one half. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Steals.
That must have been a difficult half of basketball for these coaches to watch. Neither team was able to hold on to the ball, as you can see by the steals in these highlights. Still, some credit should go to the guys with the active hands.
Player of the half.
Klay Thompson and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Ball brings the rock up court. Nothing going here on that drive. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. It's no good. Great defense. Here's Curry with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Ingram against Klay Thompson. Curry to bring it up. Up by 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell to Curry. Warriors with 4 to shoot. 2-point shot for Curry. Can't connect.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
Curry. Off the assist.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Here comes the screen. Drew Holiday sizing up Draymond Green. Lonzo Ball, and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Green to Curry. Oh, he had him there for a second. Pelicans have the rebound. Holiday controls the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. And the finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Warriors have the basketball. Probing the defense. Russell to Thompson. Russell. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
Remember that old saying, let sleeping dogs lie? I wouldn't trash talk to this guy right now. I wouldn't want to do anything to ignite him or really instigate him to start attacking more.
Thompson to Curry. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
That's out. Last touch by Draymond Green. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. No good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
To Holiday. Nothing going here on that drive. To Holiday. Able to convert inside.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Curry to Russell. To Green. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Curry. Message received. Well defended. Terrific vision. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
New Orleans will take it up. Draymond Green with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Ball. To shoot for the Pelicans. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Green to Russell. Over to the right side. Yes, Klay Thompson. 4 out of 10.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Ball with it up top. The margin standing now at 7. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
The pass set it all up.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Holiday.
Subbing in for the Golden State Warriors, number 22, Williamson.
Hey, double screen.
Ball. Goes to the left side. J.J. Redick. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Thompson. To Russell. Here comes the screen. Russell. Stein powers it through.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Holiday. Possession lies with Golden State. Screen coming. Russell. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. He was hacked. They let it go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Lonzo with it. His guy's down 11. Draymond Green. Huge block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the 3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Ball into the front court. Trailing by 14. To Holiday. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Drew Holiday. He's now 4 for 6.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Thompson to Russell. To Thompson. Green. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Redick with it. The deficit now up to 12. Oh, I missed a short one there. To Thompson. Green. Nothing going here on that drive. To Thompson. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Now a shot by Thompson, no good. Pelicans basketball. Ball. To Holiday. Work it down to Favors. Willie Cauley-Stein swats it. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
He was all over him. Russell with it up top. Up a dozen. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. 3 for 6 now.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Drew Holiday takes aim at Steph Curry. Fires the three. A tough shot for Drew Holiday. Defense did everything they possibly could.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Redick with it. Down 11. Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Thompson. J.J. Redick pins it. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Golden State at the controls. Thompson to Curry. To Thompson. From long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Josh Hart. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Warriors with a commanding lead. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Reddick. Here comes the screen. Klay Thompson snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Ingram against the native of Sweden. Here comes the screen. Reddick. To Josh Hart. Not going down for him this time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Russell into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. To the rim, lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The jumper's off the mark. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guy's up by 15. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Has a chance, deep two there, won't go. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Gets a look, can't hit.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His team on top by 13. Here comes the screen. Thompson to Green. Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Reddick to Josh Hart. Draymond Green rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Warriors basketball. Has a look. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Now 4 for 9.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lonzo Ball takes aim at Steph Curry. To Josh Hart. Curry with the ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Got it.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
To Josh Hart. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Green to Russell. Curry. Had a chance, but it's no good. Ball with the basketball. His guys down big to Josh Hart. Five on the shot clock. To Josh Hart. Beyond the arc for three. It's good. And he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm. And that's what we saw.
Josh Hart with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. And he can't convert the free throw. Curry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Ball. Screen coming. Court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Curry. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. To Favors. Willie Cauley.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. New blood coming in for both sides. Ball. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Ball. Here comes the screen. Holiday. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Thompson to Curry. 4-3. And it's Favors who pulls down the rebound. Here comes the screen. To Holiday. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Curry. To Russell. To Curry. For three. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Curry has it. To Russell. Sizing up the defense. Russell over to the right side. To Russell. Stephen Curry with a look. And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Here comes the screen. Holiday to the basket, but a shot stays out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
And the Pelicans able to clear the rebound. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Russell. Down low, Cauley-Stein. Cauley-Stein powers it through.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Holiday. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. Holiday. And the rebound comes down to Green. To Curry. Not that time. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good, and the lead back down to 15. It's Curry controlling the offense. To Green. And the rebound taken by New Orleans. Ball with it up top. Trailing by 15. To Holiday. Add 2 points to the board.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Warriors with 4 to shoot. It's Steph for 2. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
New Orleans has it. To Holiday. Takes stock of the floor. To Holiday. Ball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. That one won't go. One more to come. No good. 1 for 3 on that trip. To Russell. Derek Favors sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Holiday. Here's a chance from long range. No good. Thompson to bring it into the front court. They lead it by 14. Here comes the screen.
Come on left. Now let's hit.
5 to shoot for Golden State.
Watch that back door.
Curry. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors took this down to the wire before getting the win. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Pelicans just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Willie Cauley-Stein was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.